mature and intense subject matter, themes, and language. The opinions contained herein are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend, especially during the game at the show's end. All of you who choose to continue, you have been warned, and welcome back.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello, everybody.
Throwing up the gang signs.
Oh, no. Get a shot.
Y'all, how are y'all doing? How is everybody in the
I'm
chat?
trying to be all American now.
I missed you guys. Well, last Friday when you couldn't be on. I was very sad.
Yes,
I was knackered.
my
I
back.
believe it.
Shifting.
We'll
six
have to send you some
bags
pictures, but fuck my life.
of stone.
No, I believe it.
I was in so much pain.
Yeah, I was aching everywhere. I was
Yeah.
aching in places I shouldn't even ache.
Yeah, we'll send you some pictures actually. We forgot about that. But yes, apologies we weren't on last week. It was a day, to say the least. But
the result was good.
there was always good, I suppose. But yes, we are back this week. Everybody's back. We've got Kerry tonight as well. Hello, Kerry.
The full crew other than Marty, because he was inducted back to the mothership.
I'll let it side down.
Well, I told him that Chantel likes him more than she likes me, so I told Marty he can't come on the shows anymore.
It's the bald head, isn't it?
I guess that's
so
what
shiny.
I don't know. But
I
I'm
feel
like,
like he
yeah,
buffs
sorry,
it out.
dude. Like, I feel like you're encroaching on my territory. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
So funny.
But yes, hope everyone's had a good week anyway. We've been busy. You've moved into your new school.
Moved into the new school. The classroom is looking pucker.
Yeah.
And we will have children in on Monday. Can't wait.
Brand new school.
Maybe.
So that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Proper.
They said poker. Maybe.
Well,
It's going to be madness.
Madness.
Yeah.
Madness.
Chantel, she doesn't know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been really busy. Anything going on anybody else's end?
Yeah, JJ.
JJ
On your way. I'm not pregnant first.
Yeah.
Dispel that rumor.
Nobody else knows that except for us because it's the group chat, so nobody knew that there was a
They
shot.
do now.
Yeah, they do
Yeah,
now.
well, yeah. now.
So there was a thought that I got my friend pregnant, which it is true. But tonight, when I left my job at the gas station, was my last day at the gas station. I got the next 2 days off and start my new job on Monday.
Brilliant.
And I still got the time off, so I can do my show on Thursdays and this show every Friday. Beat that, Marty.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
He made
I
that.
hope Marty's watching.
Someone got burned.
I made it a point to make sure those were my days off. What did you do, Marty? Love you, Marty. I'm just talking shit.
Well, to be fair, he did have to earn some money to feed those mouths in his household. So
That's true.
This is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the guy even gets a day off with the amount of people he's got in his house. Jesus.
his candles are burning in no more. Let's put it that way.
His candles are in the trash.
Yeah, that's probably off the wall now.
They're all gone.
Every time he looks at it, he's like, for
Poor
God's
guy.
sake.
Poor guy.
No.
But yeah, we love Marty. But yeah, hopefully he'll be on again sometime.
Yes.
But yes, so tonight I've got some good things here tonight. Where am I? Yeah. So the first thing we're gonna do tonight is this place. Let me bring up. I've got pictures as well. I've done well tonight.
Tom did his homework. this
I
week,
know,
didn't he,
he's been
Tom?
crushing it.
Research.
I'm saying.
I've done like 5 minutes of research before we did the show.
Fair
That's
enough.
5 minutes
You
more
still did
research.
research.
Yeah.
We
Google
spoke
is
about it.
brilliant.
You're not meant to say it live. Okay?
I'm not very good at this, am I?
No, you're crap. I recognise that place. Why do I recognise it?
Just be.
Probably been there.
Thank you.
Can anyone guess what it is?
Yes. Does anybody know where this place is?
Children's home.
Don't read the
No.
top of the picture.
Well, I can't. Don't get me
Former
goggles.
asylum Volterra.
Yeah. So this is
Kind of gave it away.
the abandoned asylum in Volterra, Italy.
I don't recognise it.
It's a mad fucking place. Absolutely mad place. I'll bring up some more pictures before we actually get into
Gotta love an asylum.
it. Yeah. Obviously for what they used to do in these asylums. This one was really bad as well.
Asylums are.
Yeah, especially the old ones. Yeah, it wasn't
Mhm.
anything great, I can assume.
Oh, that looks miserable.
I want to go there.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like,
It's a
can
massive
I
place
go
as well.
there?
It's huge, this place, Volterra. And that's the outside.
One of the things that they used to do in asylums is called hydrotherapy.
Yeah.
But there was two different types. There was the
Looks like a villa.
and they would like boil you, and then the other one where they used to put you in an ice bath and
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they used to alternate it back and forth.
Yeah.
To like stimulate the body.
No.
Nice. Whole different meaning to that blokey that jumps in the cold water then.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Whole different thing. So this is Volterra, the abandoned asylum in Volterra. It was closed due to its cruel treatment of of patients. And there's one patient in particular that I'll talk about later on. That is really blows your mind when you see what he did. So the buildings that once held the psychiatric will stand on a hill in a forested area near the centre of the town of Volterra. So it's almost in the middle of the town.
I'd say George,
shut up. The building has been severely vandalised, as you can tell, because it's not blocked off or anything. Anybody can go in there anytime, day or night. It's
probably wouldn't go in there. It's probably starting to collapse now. Inside.
Yeah, it is starting to collapse. There's still a few items that are left since it's shut in 1978, such as wheelchairs, sunbeds, and telephone booths. The sunbeds weren't necessarily used for tanning; they were more used for like treatments, as they call them. So it was founded in 1888 as established of a ward for the demented in the poorhouse of the former convent of San Girolamo. Girolamo? Girolamo?
Which one are you in?
San Girolamo. Girolamo. I can't speak Italian, so there you go.
Girolamo.
Fair enough.
You can watch bibbidi bobbidi boobidi.
So over the years, basically, the building underwent significant development, expanding gradually with the creation of shops, services, agricultural company, and a judicial section. Is the plan? The Scabio, the guy who owned it, his plan was to build an independent village where patients could feel free and basically work that would be tailored to each patient, which is obviously all of this was a cover up for what actually went on there.
Of course.
There's a lot of information here. I'm trying to skip through some bits because some bits are really boring. What?
You're not selling it, Tom.
We don't need the shitty bits. We need the juicy bits. We just need the juicy bits.
Yeah,
Why you do a bit more research?
So the guy that did build this place, he retired in 1934 and died shortly after. But he was buried actually in the institution cemetery, along with other inmates that died there.
Oh, has its own cemetery.
A lot of them did. A lot of jails and prisons did back then
They
too.
could either
They did,
be-
like the indigent people that couldn't afford to like be buried there, just didn't care. They just bury them on the ground.
Cemetery,
I get that.
or along with the corpses of inmates unclaimed by their families.
It was abandoned, Pops, in 1978. That's when it shut. So it's not that long ago.
No,
it had over 6,000 patients, with only 20 sinks and 2 toilets per 200 patients.
Jesus.
2 toilets, 200 people.
There must be a constant line of people.
Literally.
That's if they let them go to the toilet, though.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time,
Maybe it's in a corner.
You could easily be locked up in this place for anything such as the first sign of depression, schizophrenia, or even if you was accused of political or moral transgressions.
Or if your husband didn't like you.
So,
yeah. I was going to say, if you didn't like somebody back in the day, be like, all right, institutionalize them, just throw them up in there.
Because the women were seen as property to the men, so the men had to say, and the woman obviously, who would say that she's done nothing wrong, they were more likely to listen to the man than the woman anyway.
Sorry,
Hey, happy days.
Mm.
Yeah, it wasn't there. It says Practices such as electroshock treatment and the inducement of comas with insulin were common. There was a manual of pills and poisons administered for testing purposes to the patients, with complete disregard for their often irreversible consequences. Inmates were often sedated, isolated, or placed in tanks full of ice. This is basically a torture house, pretty much. The rooms had prison-like gates, and nurses were addressed as guards or superiors. It says nurses are not required to communicate with the families of the sick, give news, send out letters, messages, or greetings. Neither can they bear to the sick any news from the outside world. So basically, once you was in there, that was it. You ain't getting any information in or out, and no one's going to be there for you.
Just the treatment would drive you insane.
They're probably there to test a lot of drugs and stuff before giving it to actually like.
So the only place they could actually have fresh air was in their courtyard, which is
where the psychedelic bird was.
Pretty much, which is the only place they could go for short periods in the day to get any sort of fresh air. Not Daisy being a dick.
Yeah.
But the person we are interested in that was an inmate here is this dude. Give me 1 second.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my god.
So he does look pretty freaking nuts when you look at this picture, but this is after he's been in there a long time. He was a normal guy.
It's a shame we can't see a before and after, because when you see a before and after of an inmate being somewhere, the change is completely drastic.
Patient capacity was 6,000 pops, and 200 to 2 toilets. So 100 to 1 toilet is. Especially
when you see like
pretty fucking
I don't know
crazy.
whether you've seen people like in the war. If you look at them before they've been to war, they're completely different people.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, well, I'd imagine it'd be the same for people that.
I'll bring that up again if you want.
Asylums.
Talk about this guy. Hang on one.
Yeah, cause there's just a different type of war they're living.
Yeah, literally. I think they'd probably rather go
torture
to war
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're free then, to some degree. But yeah, so this guy, I'm going to put the name in the comments because I have no chance of reading that.
Oh, you can see where he's copying.
Can't read it now. Oresta Fernando Nanati.
It's in the comments.
Nanati.
You can try and read.
Oreste Fernando Nanetti.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much.
There you
go. So he lived from 1927 to 1994. He is famous for his enormous graffiti that he carved into the cement on the outside wall of the institution. Now, this graffiti, which I'll bring up pictures of soon, was over 180 meters long and 1.2 meters high.
Why does he look like Marty's dad?
That's fucked up. And after we're done talking about him, he shows up.
Why does?
I bet he wouldn't say that if he was there. So Nanetti spent most of his life in institutions. He was born in Rome, never knew who his father was, and when he was 7, he already had been into a charitable institution. At the age of 10, he came to live in an institution for people with a mental handicap. At the age of 21 in 1948, he had to appear in court because of insulting authorities. He was not formally sentenced and was declared to be psychiatric and was sent to the psychiatric ward in Rome. I'll bring that down now. A second. Yeah, so he was transferred there in 1958. And in 1959, he began making his creations on the wall. Now, this is a picture of his creations. It does just look like a load of scratches in walls.
It looks like Egyptian.
This is the thing. He wasn't as mad as people thought.
Yeah, it looks like Egyptian markings.
So all of this is writing.
Yeah.
But he sectioned it off, as you can see. So each little bit would be about something new every time he did one.
That's wild.
So it was like a diary, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like a diary. But with a little bit of a twist. So he obviously put in things that happened to him in there and all this. Daisy, piss off with you. Oh, here we go. There's a guy at a later age. Hang on 1 second. I found a better picture of him later on. He actually got fatter, which is unusual.
Yeah.
He's all hairy.
This might have been after he came out of the institution, maybe. I don't know. It's a small picture, but that's him after.
Oh, he looks great.
Now he definitely does not look like Uncle Dumpy.
No.
He aged poorly.
So when he was in the institution, he referred to himself as NOF4.
E.T. phone home.
Yeah, well, this is where it gets a bit like strange. So he referred to himself or depicted himself as an astral colonel or an astronautic mining engineer, and a lot of the writings on the wall were stories about cosmic travels, conquests of imaginary countries, telepathic cosmic connections, magical powers, and interpretations. Now, what people thought was this is just all imaginary,
Which is what made him look like he was mad.
which made it look like he's mad. However, it gets interesting. It's not on here, but I can remember from watching it. So he actually made predictions about the future on this wall as well. That apparently
Like Simpsons.
he was being told by extraterrestrial life,
Oh, shit.
and these predictions actually were true. Some of them to within a few weeks of him actually saying it would be.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which is where it gets really weird. They try and cover these bits up though, so it's like you can't find much information about it.
James asked.
Could be like an abductee or something. They're abducting him, maybe.
Psychedelic testing, mom. Yeah, maybe he was talking to somebody, and they used to say that in his cell he would be talking to somebody in his cell before he'd go out and start scratching on these
Before
walls.
you know that, right? He could have just been actually a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is it. Oh, these are fucking weak. I'll get them.
It's alright, I'll do it.
That's all right. Do you want to just go for that a little bit? Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'll do it.
I don't have it in me.
I'm sorry. So after he was discharged from the clinic in 1973, he settled in the city of Volterra, and where he died in 1994.
What have you just done?
You all right?
She's gone downstairs.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's still in the room.
She needs to stop fucking doing that.
What she do? Fall down the stairs?
Yeah.
No, my dogs used to do that shit all the time.
But she doesn't. She doesn't walk downstairs. She runs at full pelt down the stairs. And also, we've got that tiled floor at the bottom, so she hits the tiled floor and
And
slides.
no traction, yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
Our
idiot.
dog used to land on her head. She almost knocked herself out one day. Not this dog,
Yeah.
my Yorkies.
She's going to breaking her fucking legs one day.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, yesterday, JJ's dog, we were out on the porch and on his back porch, and his dog Jackson was obsessed with this bee or these bugs that were flying by, and he to the point where he saw the shadow on the ground and fucking just went
it
full
headbutted
force
the fucking
and
porch.
fucking just headbutted the thing trying to eat it. And I'm like, yo, man, that could not have felt good on your snoot. Like, you just booped the floor
Yep.
hard. But I understand what you're saying with dumb dogs.
Big idiots.
But he's sweet.
Poor guy, yeah. Yeah, we're a little bit worried about because one of these days she's going to do it and pop her hip out or something. And I mean, good night, Vienna. See you later. But yes, anyway, so he was discharged and he died in 1994 in Volterra, right?
Yeah, she's
So in 1978, the Italian government made a rather drastic decision to close all large psychiatric institutions in the country, such as the Institute in Volterra. Now, after the institution was closed, a lot of the graffiti went missing. But it wasn't just from time it aged. A lot of pieces were cut out and removed, but nobody knows where it went. Yeah.
The government.
It makes you
Marty
wonder.
needed it.
Some people think that it is collected by artists because they think that he was an artist, so they think they've collected that. But only 8 meters of the 180 meters actually remains and has been preserved with
Wow.
plastic
I
over it.
wonder which part it was they took. Was it the first, middle, or end?
Well, this
Or a
is
bit
it.
of everything?
They don't really tell you. They're very
That's a good shout, though.
yeah.
When did it start getting interesting that they thought we
Right.
better remove that bit?
They started talking about Marty's sex
Yeah,
scandals.
really, really important that could make a difference. Yeah, somebody took it.
Well, this is it.
Because would you say 8 meters out of 180 remain?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's wild, dude.
172
That's a lot,
meters was
yeah.
removed.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And like these things weren't like, it wasn't just
It's in concrete, right?
yeah, in concrete. The guy scratching
cut
and
it,
he used
pull
to
it
use
out.
plastic knives and forks to do it.
I'm surprised they allowed him to do it, really.
They must have done, yeah. Somebody must have known he's doing it, like, because he also
Well, yeah.
doesn't just appear like, oh, hello.
He was doing it now and again.
Oh, this is it.
Throughout the time.
I mean, he was there a long time.
Really, yeah.
And it's, to me, though, it's like, yeah, the guy might be a bit nuts, but to write that much, 180 meters worth of...
Tom, back
Right.
there, and
He can't have been that fucking nuts. That was intelligent to do that.
Maybe he's super genius to know how to
What else
handle
have
it.
we got
Could
here?
be. Especially back in that
Second.
time, I think you're fucking crazy.
I know that he did though write books, and after his after he came out, he did actually write books with a lot of this stuff in it. I'm not sure where you can get them from, but you might be able to find one of these books.
It's in the description. No.
I wish it was.
Amazon.
There is videos on him on what he did as well. But yeah, the main thing was though that basically they're saying that he was communicating with some extraterrestrial sort of life that was giving him all this information, and he was even going into detail about mining on other planets, mining for minerals that we wouldn't, with technology that we don't even have on this planet.
that or the drugs were actually helping him to tap into his extra abilities, maybe.
Well, I mean, I've never.
That
Has
is a
anybody done
thing.
psychedelic drugs? Does it do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally do.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't just crack that door open, it boots it open like a bar.
Maybe we should do on a show one time. We'll all just take some psychedelic drugs.
I will
and
not be
just...
partaking in that. Then I need to keep my job.
But with some
Yeah,
mushrooms
my
or something.
tripping days are long over,
It'd be
man.
all good though, wouldn't it?
By all means, Tom, crack on. I'm not doing
Can
it.
you imagine though? Like we did a live show where we take psychedelic drugs.
It would be like an 8-hour show,
Some
and it would be
mushrooms.
ridiculous. I don't think we'd even be able to make it like
Okay,
the whole 8 hours.
so-
It would be.
Here's the thing. So what if everyone else stays sober, but me and Tom? We both eat shrooms, then go live. Me and Tom will ride that wave together, and you guys keep us grounded, and you know when to cut it out, whatnot. We'll see where this runs off to.
I'd be too
Brain
busy
and my
laughing
brain
at
on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the complex theories would be thrown across the board?
I would. You know what? I would moderate that.
Right? Someone would have
moderate
to
that.
because we would just keep rambling.
I couldn't even imagine, like, because I've never done anything like that, so I couldn't even imagine what I'll be like.
So has somebody who does like to eat shrooms from time to time, they definitely, I don't want to say open a door in your brain, but they definitely give you a chance to like go back through and see things in a light you wouldn't take the time to look at before.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like you'll go back through
Yeah.
something in your head and you're almost in the moment, but you're not seeing it from you. You're seeing it like, I want to say a drone, and you're going around the room, like watching everything else happen. And you're just like taking all of that in.
That's crazy.
It's-
There's got to be a lot in it more than just getting high.
I'll wait till my deathbed, and then maybe I'll take one then.
Oh, Amy, you gotta live once.
I mean, there's got to be something in it. There's got to
Not with
be.
my job. It's not worth it.
No,
Yeah, no,
I
not at
understand
all.
that. I
Honestly,
respect
Like when
that.
you retire.
Yeah.
Exactly. When you retire, we can all do a live stream.
When we name it, we'll get up on nuts, shall we?
When Amy's 80, you should be doing shrooms. That'd be awesome.
That'd be
Thomas, the
wild.
purple elephants are back.
I was too much for good
I'll have to come haunt you.
That'd be great. That would be so great.
We'll do it one day. We'll
I've
just,
done a
we'll
show
just lock all the
once,
doors and windows one day. and
Oh,
just get
not
up on
me,
nuts.
bro. Nope. I'm good.
Make sure there's nothing breakables around us.
I'm not doing them anymore. My tripping days is over. Because God forbid you have a bad trip, that will ruin.
Yeah,
That will
Really wait until he's
ruin.
retired. Now he's retired.
Bad trips are not fucking great.
What else have I got here? Hang on one second. Let me see if I've got anything
No, they're
else.
not. They suck.
What's that?
Unlocking my potential. Hell yeah, groovy.
I think that is it on that place. But yeah, it's a really interesting freaking place anyway. Like, they did it on the Ghost Adventures thing. This is where I've got a lot of these places from.
I like old asylums. As in specific, old asylums.
Yep.
Hospitals are okay, but like jails and institutions.
Asylums, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's a lot there.
yeah, and because especially if they're old, there was a lot of people there that didn't belong there because it was so easy to have somebody committed back in the day. Like Amy had joked about, like if you accused your wife of, I was getting down with the birds whistling. I'm like, fuck yeah, I don't know what to do this, but I'm digging on it.
Yeah.
Mom is about to yell at him. Look, she's like, look at it.
Yeah.
But
He's gonna get it.
but and you could throw throw anybody in there for whatever reason, man, and like the atrocities that they would fucking orbital ocular what do you call them, lobotomies, dude, where they go into your eye with an ice pick, and
this is what makes like
brain with that machine where they used to put the electric through your head.
Mm-hmm.
You can't imagine, and then like all of that emotion is just held there. Like it's never gone anywhere. It's still there. It's still like it soaks into the freaking.
Oh yeah, because they were a lot of them were tortured there. So absolutely,
you can't imagine. It's not just like one or two people. It's thousands. There's 6,000 people there at a time.
I would love to stay overnight in one.
Yeah,
you're so fucked up.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Go on there.
You and Tui can hang out and smoke weed and go to these places. Because I know Tui's like, I'd smoke weed with Mama Marty and go. You guys have it.
I'm in.
You got, okay, JJ
I'm
too.
in.
All right, I'm gonna
Go
stay.
somewhere out there.
Asylum. I think it'd be cool as hell.
Right? I'm in.
I'd go if Carrie went because I'd be like, Carrie.
Will you hide behind Carrie?
Yeah, I would absolutely hide behind Carrie. Yes.
Big pussy.
You're right. Yes, I'm a giant pussy. I absolutely would do that.
Oh,
yes.
I know that first.
I'd be scared in there as well. Don't worry. I'll be like,
Yeah, right.
I'd be the one going around going, "Hello."
I'd run Carrie out of there in the wheelchair, like fucking Scooby Doo and Shaggy, like, let's get out of here.
too
I'm
fast.
trying. It would be awesome. All right, you know
Keep
what?
falling out. You keep putting me back in.
Yeah.
Come on, Carrie, we gotta go. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm in now. I'm in. Let's do this. This sounds like fun. Hello.
Oh,
Amy did actually have a good point. He died in an institution as well, this guy. So not in that one, but he went into he did go back into another institution.
In Volterra, he went to a different institution
before he died.
And he died in 1994. So
And did he die in the other institution?
No, it was a different institution.
A different one, yeah.
A different one, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he died in 1994, which is when I was born.
I agree, Jeff.
Amy, shut up. Like, I remember 94, like last week.
Chantel.
No, actually, I heard some kids the other day in the gym. They were like saying something was old when it was made in 2005 or something.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I'm like, really?
Where in that age bracket now, where the stuff we loved when we were kids is now old?
What the new babies now? What they call them now?
Idiots.
Yeah.
No, it's the new age. It's millennials and.
No, he was right. It's like Gen Alpha or some dumb shit.
Gen Alpha. Yeah.
No
like,
brain cell generation.
Yeah, they're all fucking stupid. They're all gonna end up licking windows at Amy's school.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for.
I'm glad I'll be dead by the time.
Yes, I've got a good one for you this week. But it is time for. So this is our unsolved mystery for this week. I'll bring you up a picture. It's quite a new unsolved mystery.
Okay.
Let's see if you can guess.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can guess, but
yeah.
it's quite obvious. If you can read, it
looks like a penis.
Is he making fun of me because I can't
This has
read?
been quite a recent thing. I'm gonna go back to
Somebody's
It's all right, JJ, me too.
I can't read, Tom.
But I can't hug you, Carrie. So patting your head, I guess.
That's
so.
I'm
This
not
is our
just
new
disabled,
unsolved
I can't
mystery.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
God.
go. Oh, yeah,
It's
the
the
cock
penis.
whistle.
it's the vibrator.
Yeah.
That's why
I've
they
got-
sent only women up in it.
Yes.
gas powered penis.
So if you don't know what this is, if you haven't seen what's been going on in the news,
You've been
this
living under a rock.
Yeah,
this is
seriously.
called the Blue Shepherd. Or the New Shepherd, sorry. It's the rocket that went to space.
Black thing on it.
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
Now,
It's a tattoo.
Welcome.
so
aboard.
apparently, what happened? There was 6 women on board or 5 women.
Yeah.
On board, such as Katy Perry and Lauren Sanchez,
Oh,
went
yeah.
up into space for 11 minutes and became astronauts and came back down to Earth.
So stunning.
Now,
and
I knew
brave.
you guys would be going nuts in the comments about this because everybody is pretty much.
Yep, you're idiots.
Yeah, I'll bring the picture down now. Sorry.
Fuck you, Travis.
Durr.
Just saw that.
The conspiracies all started from one moment after
many
the launch.
moments.
Well, there's many
There's
moments.
many moments.
I just saw that. The Travis.
Yep.
God, fucked
But
up.
I'll bring up some of them for you. That apparently they never actually went to space.
No.
People are saying that this was all staged. They didn't go up there. I'll bring up some pictures.
Who takes a fucking flower?
The door, yes, the door.
Oh, look at me with the flower.
Yeah, no, you're in space, but I'm going to look at a flower. I'm be looking
What
in
a
space.
Freaking.
That's one of them.
load
But
of
anyway,
shit.
so this is actually on our Daily Mail site. So this is on like our regular news site that they put this on, which is unusual for this country because we don't like conspiracies. We get locked up for it. Sorry, should I say? If I disappear, you know why.
I'll bail you out.
So yeah, cheers, right. So this was a picture before the launch. Yeah, nice little rocket there. What you're paying attention to on this picture is these two circles either side the door. Pretty obvious circles, yeah, or bolt holes or whatever you want to call it. This is after the launch. Where did they go?
Hey, where'd the holes go?
Where did the holes fucking go?
Oh,
I assume there's only one door.
There's only one door in and out of this thing.
Yeah.
That's the door before. There's the door. There you go.
You notice fake because the women didn't make any sandwiches.
Common line with the American flag and everything. Go on the
Yeah.
next picture. American flag. RSS common line. No circles. Very strange. It gets better. So yeah, these are the people that went up into space.
Yay, we're astronauts.
No, I don't know. It might be on here actually. Yes. So there's actually a video of what happened here. So this door that you see open.
They opened it themselves.
The camera's live, and all of a sudden the door opens like this, but then the camera cuts, and they say they had interference.
Which is bullshit.
yeah, sure.
They go back to the live feed, and the door's shut. And this man here, Jeff Bezos, goes up with a spanner to open this door from the outside because
And you actually
apparently you can't open it from the inside.
And you hear him say you didn't close it properly.
There's actually
You hear him say to the women, "Oh, you didn't close it properly because obviously they opened it."
Okay, so no damage, but how many rockets do you know that come back in that, like, in that condition, just the top, that didn't land in the freaking ocean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or land in the desert.
They don't have any jets or anything to lower them down. So how the frig did it land there? Just nice and
Yes, this is all of it. So there's this bit as well. Now, apparently her hair proves that this flight was fake, apparently. Will it play? Please play. Oh, dickheads.
We'll just whistle through this
Oh, I
bit.
love
Yeah,
that.
ignore the fucking ad a minute.
Well, you know,
What happened to her leg? Now I want to know backstory.
Well, for a small amount
Yes.
of
Crack
Right.
Where did your leg go? Then now we have another unsolved mystery. Where did her leg go?
It went
Two
to
for
space.
this week.
This is the trick unsolved mystery now.
There comes me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
I like to stand on though.
So this is them in space.
Yeah.
Our boobs are anti-gravity right now.
Yeah, but if her hair would be standing straight up, wouldn't be pulled back.
Yeah, because the gravity would shoot it upward.
Right. They could put moose
this
in
is
her
them
hair.
coming
And
back
make her
down to
look like
Earth.
that.
That's
Yeah,
a bump on the
Oh,
ground as
that
well,
made
isn't
it
it?
so gently.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
That
So
just
that is
like,
the capture touchdown. I don't know if there was the next one.
There's the old again.
I'm calling
Yeah.
shenanigans. Katy
Yeah,
Perry, you're not an astronaut.
What does it say there? It says remove before flight on the door.
Oh shit, it does.
Yes.
Who was in charge of all this?
Honestly.
I don't
Was it
know,
like
they did a
Yes,
very good job.
worse.
Was it like, what do you call it? When you used to go and get work when you were still at school? What was that? You used to go off for a week and
yeah, for
Oh.
geography and shit.
yeah, job
It's like
experience.
an
isn't it?
apprentice.
Yeah.
or,
The
Yeah.
school sends you off for a week to work in
Yeah,
a company.
Experience.
That's it, work
Work
experience. or
experience,
something,
yeah.
Experience.
But I mean, even these holes here, they're pretty obvious. They're fucking silver. Like,
They're
you're
so
going to see
freaking
them.
fake, it isn't funny.
Wow, I haven't
What
been
else we
keeping up
got
with this at all. I
No,
didn't know
me
this was a
either.
thing.
I've heard a little
I knew
bit
about
of
it,
but I'm
but
like,
I didn't know any
wow,
of this.
chicks are going to space. That's neat, and they're
Oh,
all
I
dumb.
didn't
Going back down.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, how stunning and brave.
So this is the another one.
This is the one that I've
So
seen.
let me just go back a minute.
Look at their trousers.
Look at their trousers. Yeah.
Look
Look
very,
at
their-
look very
This
obvious.
is after they've landed. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's go back to that image you've just seen.
What do we still
Where's the
say?
line on their
yeah.
trousers?
Yeah, that's a good
And
point
why does their
too.
hand look
Ah,
very
Looks like a
gummy?
mannequin's hand.
This
Yeah,
is a
Yeah,
mannequin.
that is not a real hand right there.
no,
Interesting.
unless
That's
it's like covered
strapped
in
It
in.
is very swollen, and they should have a doctor appointment.
So,
Yeah.
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 To keep up with the appearance, Pops, they gotta make it look like they went there. And
But
who
what's
I
kisses,
mean,
the
look.
point of
who
all
kisses
this?
the desert? Like, it's
I
dirt,
would if
it's
I was.
shit.
Wait till we get to Arkansas.
Don't
I'm going to be
think.
kissing ground as soon as we land.
I can't
Kissing
zoom in
ground.
better, but
We take a daisy.
yeah, who would take a daisy to space? I mean, for fucking real.
Exactly.
Days.
I mean, that is pretty obvious. That's a mannequin sitting
It's an
there.
enlarged dog house, like those doggy igloos they have.
Well, I'm outnumbered, so I got to keep my misogynist comments to myself.
Hang on, there's a video
There is
on this. Let's
no
see what the
way.
video says.
No way.
Oh, fuck off with your
like-
leg.
Same ad. Where's
Come on,
her
Tom.
leg?
Just pay for YouTube
Oh.
Premium, dude.
It was under the bed. Or-
It's under the bed the whole
He's
time.
really pushing his leg. Like we.
Jeez, we get it.
know what
You're
happens with
disabled.
fucking
Now
leg.
you got a cool carbon leg. Neat.
And she's
Oh,
kind
fuck
And
me.
she's got glasses, so she's blind too. Oh boy. Take her into space. She's deserving of it, right? Katy Perry? Fuck, what?
I like how it says we claim to spot a fake hand. It's pretty obvious it's a fake hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's like,
Kizzy, come here. Kiz.
yeah, there's a mannequin. Is it going to show you up close?
Why was there no men on there? Why was it all women?
It was
Oh,
Because they
God.
want. No, you know what?
publicity.
was
Quality
It
thing.
was a stunt.
I'm a woman, hear me roar.
Yeah.
And on this image here, like there's only enough seats for these people.
That is
So how
so
did the
fake.
mannequin get on there?
That freaking flight that the supposed women took in the space.
Yeah, I don't even. I'm like, what's the point? Like, who cares? It's just Jeff Bezos being like, "Hey, I'm a rich motherfucker. Let me throw a bunch of money and make this big hoopla to do."
Mhm.
It's
if it
wild, dude.
I think they did go up, but they didn't go up into space.
Now, I'm doing a little bit of research on this when I was in the gym, like just to see like if there's any sort of reasoning behind why there's no like damage to the capsule from re-entering Earth and all this shit. And
Also, the winds are really big.
so the only thing I could come up with,
Hang on, just quickly before you say it.
Mhm.
On a plane, you have those proper like two
Little
like
windows.
different ways of locking the door.
Yeah,
Who has a like a crowbar
there's a wrench. Yeah,
as a wrench to
Oh.
open the door? That doesn't make any sense. And that door you could see was flimsy.
Mhm.
that's
And why
flimsy as
couldn't
the
they
premise to
open
the
it?
story.
If there was an accident, let's say they landed in the ocean by accident, surely they should be able to
Should be
get out
allowed
if they
to.
Well,
want
they
to.
did.
Yes.
If you saw the
Technically, it's
video,
what they should have
opened the
opened it.
door,
yeah,
but
No,
they're not
it's fun-
supposed to be able to.
No, it's funny. Like taking a look at T-Bone's comment, nothing about this seems legit. Not a single aspect of the whole thing, right? Which is apparently just popular consensus. But look how many fucking people are talking about it. Look how much press.
Well, yeah, they're
is
getting the publicity.
generated.
what are they getting out of this? Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like, well, Katy Perry, who the
Exactly.
fuck cares
Well,
about her?
and
It's
here's the thing about it.
2003 again.
When they were in there, Katy Perry announced her like tour dates or stuff from inside of it, like where she was going first.
Oh,
So what if
God.
it was all
Yeah,
a
so
stunt
the-
to promote her
PR
tour?
stunt,
I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's
Now-
all. It's a publicity
She got
stunt.
upstage Tay.
The only stuff I could get to defend them.
Oh, this ought to be good. I
We've got
love
to see
you.
if voice act. So, is that the height that they went to? Now, the height of actual space from Earth is 100 kilometers, or what they consider to be space, is 100 kilometers above sea level. That's where, if you go past 100 kilometers, you're technically in space, they call it. But
Yeah, that's like Chantel was saying. It was a suborbital flight or whatever, like
No,
not
yeah.
real space. Yeah,
so they actually only went
Yeah.
to 100 kilometers above the Earth. That's the
yeah.
height
So
they
it's,
went.
yeah, it's like the what was the one that they were taking?
You can't think I was an astronaut.
God,
Yeah, so
who was it?
You've not actually gone into space.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to leave like.
But they
Yeah.
technically class it as space, and they did say that they only had moments of weightlessness. It wasn't complete weightlessness because they're still under Earth's gravity. So they're only basically weightless while it's falling, pretty much. That's the only points that they were weightless.
And those pictures of them, with even if they were okay, let's say they really were weightless at that point when they were filming, that could have been done on the ground in a place.
So wait, are we saying the
you go to
moon
the fair and
landing?
get one of them things?
Yeah.
That's why the change of outfit on the doll and stuff. I think it was a lot of photos taken on the ground because they didn't get the shots that they needed while they were up there.
Probably. But so they went to 100 kilometers above the Earth, and that's classed as in space. Now, a space shuttle, if you real astronauts, go 185 to 643 kilometers above the Earth. That is real space. So that's where. So that's in a way
you agree with girl space.
They're in the
They went to girl space.
They went to a little bit of space. The little.
They're not astronauts.
They basically touched it and came back down again. So I was thinking. So that is why they maybe didn't have to wear spacesuits. But
and also,
but
I didn't think about that. That's actually a good shout, Tom. I didn't think about that.
Thank you, Chantal. That's what I was trying to talk about. That's what I was trying to remember.
You know, there's such thing as the U-2 spy plane, that the American spy plane that has. Now these people that fly these wear spacesuits because of the altitude they go to. They only go to 21 kilometers above the Earth, and they have to wear a spacesuit.
And that thing
These went to 100 kilometers above the Earth and didn't wear a spacesuit.
Right. Yeah, so it's bullshit.
Bullshit.
I do too.
It's bullshit.
I call bullshit.
And the last thing I had, I couldn't get a video, but the last thing I had, which doesn't defend them, it makes it bullshit. But so when the rocket is blasted into space, the video of them all in their thing, there is no contortion on their skin from the G-force
no,
or
she's
anything.
got a mouth open.
They're perfectly like as if they're on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Now, if you're under that such G-force from being blasted into space from a rocket,
Your face is going
getting a new face.
Yeah,
it's just like when you get on a centrifugal force wheel at the fair.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Centrifugal force wheel, your face is like this.
Yeah. And they didn't wear no compression suits to stop the G-force.
No oxygen. No oxygen.
No oxygen.
Someone's phone is ringing.
I know. When
you add all these things up, it's a little bit fishy.
Dude, and especially like with all those dumb bitches on there, nobody took a shot at it to shoot it down and just take all of them out. Well, there we go. Now we don't have to put up with any of them anymore.
Wasn't when?
But there you go. That is our.
I'm only teasing Carrie.
That is this week's unsolved mystery, as you could call it.
But it's solved this week. It's solved.
I think we solved this mystery.
I think we agreed it is all just a sham.
Hell yeah. High five, guys. We did it. Bang.
We're the murder mystery.
Also, I don't know if this is a scientific thing, and it might just be me thinking about it. But the daisy, the gravity where their air's all flying about, would the daisy not distort in some way?
It was just there. Like.
And if you watch the actual video of it as well, hardly any of them look out the window.
And she also threw a teddy bear as well in the air to one of her friends.
I'm sorry, but if I've only got 1 minute to look at space, I am not taking my eyes off that window. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're there for a reason, aren't you?
I'm not going to be in front of the camera with a daisy.
If you see the footage though, if you actually see the footage, it looks like you can actually see Earth from a distance.
Yes, from a lot higher than what it should actually be.
We've solved this one, haven't we?
It's bullshit.
And there's also another one. I couldn't find the video again because I didn't have enough time. But there's another one where in the background it looks like she drops something and it falls as if it's under gravity while they're floating.
Oh,
that might be the teddy bear.
I mean, you go back and watch the footage and see what you think, but yeah, it does stink really
Me and
bad.
Hefty are in space.
Aren't we brave and stunning?
We're floating. Oh, look, I'll drop something. Oh, gravity. Oh, shit.
We're re-entering.
But it landed right side up, though. It landed right side up, though.
Yeah, a helium balloon.
Don't look out the window.
They missed an opportunity too. They should have had a lingerie pillow fight in space. So they would have like, oh, we're so cute, look at us. And then they hit with, and the feathers just kind of slowly go floating by and everything. Maybe I'm looking too much into this, but
Yeah.
No.
fair enough.
Yeah. I think the consensus is that they didn't fucking go.
Yeah, they didn't go.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They didn't go. It was all, but they're making us talk about it, so maybe that's what they wanted. I don't know.
Yeah,
They got it.
everyone's happy.
To
Oh
sell,
my God, we're
sell
astronauts.
the seats to make people want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can actually buy seats to go and do that yourself if you want. For like 20 million fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it's stupid
an
expensive.
exorbitant amount of money. That's a no thanks.
Basically, nobody, unless you're a friend of the super rich, is going to go.
I'm all right, thanks.
You're in charge.
Yeah.
For 11 minutes in
I'm
fake space.
good.
I mean, I lived out west when they were building the what's his face, Richard Branson stuff out in New Mexico to do the same thing, and even back then I was like, this dude's not going to space. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's all stopped as well, isn't it? Like, he's not doing that anymore. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he even does that anymore because you don't hear about it at all.
One quick thing I was going to mention before we go on to Tarot Time. It's something that's going to be coming up in the next few weeks. So I've just saw today that the Chinese apparently are going to put the first manned laboratory on the moon. They've blasted off today to go and start the first manned laboratory on the moon. So that's going to be interesting.
Laboratory?
Yeah. No,
Not
laboratory.
laboratory.
Not laboratory.
Yeah,
Not
toilet up there.
We're taking all our
World's gone mad, man. All the things you can put there, you're going to put like a pub there.
Will be flying everywhere.
You gotta go, but like, really? Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start blasting off all our rubbish into space.
But
I think we do that already, don't we?
It's going to be interesting what goes on.
Yeah.
I would say, but to get to the moon, you have to go to the Van Allen belt, which is just like pure like radiation. Like, do we have a fix for that?
Apparently they're doing it. I mean, they just started today. I don't know, so it's gonna be issue. I'll keep an eye on it.
So they're gonna land on the moon and build a laboratory on the moon.
Apparently so. The first, what do they call it? The outpost, the first manned outpost off of the Earth.
But doesn't being in space fuck with us? Like, makes our bones more dense and brittle and all that? Why the fuck?
You're not seeing Katy Perry? She's all right now.
Yeah, she's fine.
She didn't go to space.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
she rode a vibrator into like mid space and then fell back down. It looks. But like
anyway, it is time for. Tarot time. So yes, it is tarot time. This is the bit in the show, our last 10 minutes to show that we do tarot. Well, I don't do tarot readings. Amy does tarot readings.
I mean, you do though, Tom. You really do.
For you.
I'm doing oracle card readings this evening.
Readings,
Mine are oracle books as well.
So, we're both oracling.
Well, I've got the option. So these are actually my first cards I ever got myself when I was younger. So these are my fairy oracle cards, and then obviously the ones I've been working with a lot more, which is my Hush Tarot.
So, would anybody like an oracle reading or a tarot reading? Or you've got a question, please let us know.
I think T-Bone should get one. He hasn't had one yet.
Bye, Pamela.
Bye, Pam. Thanks for watching.
Have a good one.
Unless T-Bone doesn't want one.
Okay, so I think Groovy has one. I think that's Groovy's question. I need a tarot reading for today for a specific question. Will we find our Delilah?
Oh,
our movie.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Waiting for you.
Okay.
But I'm fine.
I'll go with these ones instead for that then.
So, Groovy, you're first, buddy. Cheers.
Oh, your dad wants Jeff's too.
He'll get one after.
No, but I'm saying he voted for it too.
So Jeff's can take a general after. So Jeff, you're next, buddy. So this is Groovy. This is for Groovy.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, buddy.
Will Groovy find the Delilah for the movie?
Delilah.
Hey there,
I can-
Delilah.
I can play two parts if he wants.
What's it like? in
I could
New
be like
York City?
mid-transit
That is a good song, though, again.
for Delilah, and then myself for the other one. Like, I identify as both man and woman. Travis gonna punch me in the mouth for that one. I'm sorry, Travis.
No, because you might fix the stammer, and he needs that.
Oh, I know. I don't want to stammer in the movie. I want to be normal, like everyone else.
Nobody's normal, buddy.
Anybody ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Yes.
You have to go first.
Yep. So mine is 6 of swords.
That's
It's a card of basically struggles. So I believe it's also struggles with actually finding your Delilah for your movie. But it does say that you need to have struggles in order to overcome them to get what you need, your outcome. So I believe it is a very positive card, and it is a necessary journey to find your Delilah.
So there might be a reason why you've not found your Delilah.
Yeah.
There you go. Is that what you got, Carl?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Try and keep it a bit short and sweet.
Kerry did an oracle reading.
I did an oracle reading, so I can't really get an answer to that with my cards. These are more like for yourself, and you've got 2 cards, and one says, I love this card because it's so like cutthroat. Sorry about this. Exercise. You need to run, swim, or walk. Get yourself outside into the lovely fresh air and be a one. But exercise your body basically as well. And the other one says practice. The best way to be good at your skill is to practice until you get it right. So don't give up at the first hurdle.
Do you know what?
There you go.
Do you know what's funny? Is I didn't mention the other part of the card, and my card actually mentioned retreat. So a journey.
You need to get out, Groovy. You need to go somewhere and get out for yourself.
Yeah.
Go for a run
Try
and
and
see
get
who
some
you run
park
into.
life.
Yeah.
There you
My
go, buddy.
card did mention that though.
Might be telling you something there. So you got a little bit extra on that one, dude. Right. So Jeff wants just a general reading. Please.
Does he want my fairy or hush tarot? Just put hush or fairy.
What's your fairy, Jeff? This one's for you. Kerry's obviously going to do oracle for you.
So keep running. You might run into somebody one of these days.
That'll be your Delilah. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. He said he ran for 3 today, so keep doing it. You'll see somebody out there, and you'll be like, "Oh shit,
There
you
you
want to
go.
be in
So
a
he's doing
movie?"
it.
And boom,
Andrew Mouse. So he is. There you go.
What does that
that'd be a
mean?
weird story.
Just do it. I think just want to share our reading.
While he was running.
General.
Yeah, just general
Okay,
tarot.
I'll do
Like
general.
behind the scenes
Is-
show.
Kerry, are you ready? No, ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so this is for you, Jeff. This is Kerry's oracle reading.
So this is saying the changes that you're going through are for positive outcomes. So stick with it.
Oh,
Go.
that's good.
There you go,
Yes,
Jeff. I work out at least 2 hours a day. There you go, Groovy.
I know he's so jacked. It makes my heart sad.
Maybe you just need like a getaway, like a holiday, maybe. Maybe that's something you need.
Celebrate.
Told you.
Oh, I
Jeff.
like your T-shirt, Mama. What's that? Oh, like lambs or something?
Looks
Puppies.
like puppies.
Well, it's about time
Aw.
Chantel wants one.
Little puppies.
Ah,
Um,
okay, Chantal, we'll do you next.
She wants one of your
Oh,
cards,
team
though,
card.
Tom. Yeah, she wants
Okay.
one of yours.
um,
my girl.
I do
Jeff,
apologise, whatever comes out for you, Chantal, though.
Jeff. So I got
Yeah.
5 of Pentacles.
That's
Have you been having any difficulties, especially with your finances at all? I feel like there's some sort of problem that you need to resolve currently in your life to do with finances. Let me know if I'm on the right path with that or not.
If she's not, she's not. Just say you're not.
Yeah.
It's not always right. Amy has had a long week, so she might not
Yeah,
be quite
I'm very
on
tired.
ball. But Chantal, I've got one for you.
But
Is it? We all pulling for Chantel. Sorry, Amy.
I'm just doing for Chantal, just myself. But I don't know if Chantal wants anybody else.
Yes,
Jeff says you're on it.
Jeff says you're on it. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I feel like your not really opening your eyes to that situation, and I feel like you need to get on board with it. You need to sort it out. You're only going to become more.
Bouncing
Fair
to a
enough.
joint keyboard.
Oh
Yeah, you need to get some balance in your life, and I don't think you're quite there yet. But get yourself on the right path with your finances, because obviously that's what we need in order to function in the world is finances. So yeah, that's my card for you. Okay.
There you go, Jeff. Yeah, Chantal, let us know if you want.
What we're doing?
Chantal, just let us know if you want Kerry to do you an oracle or Amy to do you a push.
I've done one anyway. So
You've done one. There you go. You got one,
Who we doing?
Chantal.
Chantal.
So Chantal, I did pull your demon card. So it's Cameo or the Fool. But what's interesting, what it says about this demon, it says gives understanding of animals and the voice of the waters, answers of things to come. I know you're very big into your horses and stuff, so this demon might be someone that's helping you with your horse side of things and stuff. So not necessarily a bad thing, but he might be one of your not helpers. I know what I mean. He's giving you guidance when you're into your Cameo's your new best friend. He's giving you over your life. It helps you with your horse riding and all that, and so you never know.
Love you, Dewey.
Mine's gonna be a long one, so just have to give me time.
No worries. Yes, it's Chantal. Yeah, sorry, Kerry. You did an oracle for Chantal.
yes, so you've got Chantal, wish upon a star, make a wish and expect the very best. So you've got some good news coming your way. But make
There
a
you
wish.
go. There you go.
Okay, so
Later, too, we have a good one. Who else?
okay, all right.
Kerry's. Then there's just Pops. We'll do Pops last.
I did one for Chantal. Well, that's
Yes,
not-
no, that's right.
one.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to flip them this way because they were actually upside down when they came out. So you've got 5 of Swords.
That comes out a lot with you.
Yeah, I know. And you've also got the Temptress. Temptress. So they were actually upside down, which it gives a different meaning to the card. I'm going to read the Temptress first because that's the one that came out first. So you're feeling very misplaced at the moment in your life, I think, which obviously I kind of know a little bit of the background, so it's kind of hard for me to obviously not put my personal thoughts into it, if that makes sense. But so that's why I'm going to try and read the card a bit more than obviously just giving my intuition into it. But there feels like there's maybe a bit of conflict with someone currently in your life as well, and that the goals that you had for your life currently have kind of not come to fruition for you. You had some long-term goals that were set for you in life, and they've not quite mirrored up to your expectations currently. And that you need to have a steady step forward in order to overcome those. So maybe you need to set yourself some new goals in your life now. And then the other card that you got, which it is a lot more of a positive card. It's basically resolution. So you're going to overcome those, and you're going to basically set yourself a new path in life. But it's a good card, but it does say as well, and it goes hand in hand with the other card, that with the conflict that you're having with a particular person in your life, that it is about time for forgiveness. There's going to be forgiveness either on your half or on their half, but you'll overcome it. Okay.
So you got some positive out of both of them, really.
Yeah.
So there's something positive coming along for you, Chantal. Pops, I don't know if he's still there. He says,
he is. Yeah.
Can I ask a question from my reading? Not very personal. Is that
to me? So I haven't got my glass on. Can I ask a question for my reading? Not. Yeah, go for it. I don't know if I remember it because I've done about 500.
Was it from? Oh, okay.
If that's what he means, but ask your question, we'll figure it out.
If you want to ask it in here, go to the box.
If Terry remembers,
I think you meant Carrie.
If Kerry remembers. Okay,
Okay.
go on then. Ask your question, lovey. Pull your card, Ron.
Okay.
Waiting.
How was the Native American dress?
Oh, darling, I can't remember now. I'll have to have a little sit back in a meditation. When I meditate next, I'll try and remember to ask to see him again for you.
There you go. There you go, Pops.
Let me pull you a card. I'll pull him a card.
There you go, Pops. You're getting a card as well, buddy.
And T says, thank you for the readings, ladies.
Oh, you're welcome. You got change as well. Changes that you're going through are going to be positive outcomes for you. So you've got positive changes coming your way as well.
There you go. Just thank you very much.
I'll tell you what. I've not used my oracle card. I'll do one.
Do a quick oracle one for Pops before we get going.
Tom, you guys are at the same address you were last year, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no. Pops was asking. I just wanted to make
sure. Okay. Yeah. We're still here at the moment.
Not yet moved.
Just fucking hell. With what's going on with Amy's mum and dad moving, I fucking ain't planning on moving anytime soon. Jesus.
Moving sucks.
Yeah, moving sucks. It does.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It ages you big time, like, I think.
I'm actually only 12. I've just moved like a bunch of times.
Oh, that makes it creepy.
I haven't moved in 25, 26 years. 26 years. I don't want to move.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
He got too much crap now. It's like, I am not going anywhere.
That's the problem, though, isn't it?
I barely want to get up in the morning.
You get so much crap in that.
Just in my den alone.
Oh,
You've got
yeah.
a lovely
I help
property
you move
anyway,
up.
Mama. You won't want to move from that. That's
No,
the problem you want to move to.
Throw all the big furniture.
Yeah.
The catch D.
Oh, you got Pops oracle, have you?
Yeah. So yours is laughter. So the card meaning is every cloud not only has a silver lining, but also has a humorous side. Try to objectively stand back from your situations and find a humorous twist. Laughter will help you see your life from a new perspective so that you can receive creative insights and solutions. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
There you go, Pops.
Good one, yeah.
And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
He says he hates moving, but he works part-time for a moving company.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, there you go.
So you see everybody's stress. But yeah, we're done. I think we're done. Next week we are on Mr. Hefty Show. Next week. Any plans yet, Hefty, or we?
Oh, yeah.
He has nothing.
Absolutely nothing. We'll get this. We'll get this. Now I have to do a little bit. Tom's been kicking ass on these shows.
I know, right?
I'll have to do something, yes.
I'm just glad I've got Google.
Yeah.
But no, I do actually write down, like, I will show you quick. Like, I do write down my topics. So I've got topics like shows upcoming. So I do have things in mind.
All right.
Okay, fair enough.
I just Google them once I before the show.
T-Bone actually
Remind
said,
myself.
Research Gates of Hell Cemetery.
Which one?
in Troy.
Gates of Hell Cemetery. No, Gates of Hell Cemetery. It's in Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Okay, I'll write them down. All right, we'll do that one.
Yes. Lots of plans.
It pops up on a podcast I watched the other night. It's
It's gonna be a
really
great show.
I'll have a little Google of it later. Not later, obviously, but tomorrow.
whatever.
We watched from South African. Bless you, Sancho. Hope everything goes well anyway. Yeah. You know, we're all here for you if you need. But yeah. Apart from that, have a good fucking weekend. Have a good week. We will see you next Friday. Much love to you all. Kerry, enjoy your holiday.
Thank you very much.
Just have fun.
Have fun,
And
Kay.
yeah. Love you guys. Have a good one. See you later.
Say spooky.
Bye, guys.
Bye.